girl, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be back to reactions. I had a little bit of issue with my tendonitis, so I went and got a shot for that, and then that took me out for the entire weekend, which was really rough. But I am back right to reactions. I'm so excited because we have so many that have come out, so I'm going to try to catch up here on Sunday and release them throughout the week. But to start off, this is NEUKJUN. I don't like it, love, but I wanna. And from what I remember of his first release was that he's such an incredibly talented dancer. So I know he's doing a lot of this on his own, not through a professional company or anything like that. I think that he mentioned that this was recorded on an iPhone. So let's go ahead and see what this is all about and see what the difference is from the first song. So let's get started. You know, I'm a sucker for a guitar. Introduction. Ooh.
I'm just like a doll, I'm going to listen on your heartbeat. Yeah, something that you can feel together, that kind of love I don't know why. Yeah, no.
There's a little bit of harmony in there.
Strong like a children's book. I don't like your love, I wanna like it.
Ooh, I like that little pause.
Princess, someone to tell the fairy tale reach art. And tell me, baby, the baby boo. Feel like Bill loving to make love. But I don't like your love, I wanna like it. Like it. Do I have a problem? I'm a rubber mind.
Nice.
I'm getting older, time's like paper, some show and don't want her. Don't let her soul and the love that has been burnt. I don't like your love, I wanna like it. There's my princess and princess. I want to tell the fairy tale reach art. And tell me, baby, the baby boo. Feel like Bill loving to make love. But I don't like your love, I wanna like it. Like it. I can love songs.
Ooh, okay. A little bit pull away.
It's just demo, yeah. The moment you're on the tape, I can't fall in love. I'm alright. I'm gonna be the king of my world. I don't like your love, I wanna like it. There's my princess and princess. I want to tell the fairy tale reach art. And tell me, baby, the baby boo. Feel like Bill loving to make love. But I don't like your love, I wanna like it. Like it.
Very different from that first song. I think it's always nice when you have a song and then you come in with a completely different feeling for the next song. I think it gives you, especially when they're so close together, it gives you a broad idea of what their sound is going to be like in general. And so I really enjoyed hearing the second song, especially because it's a completely different style from the first. I really am a huge sucker for an acoustic guitar. I just am. And for vocals, and I think that this song really showcased that versus the first song I felt like showcased more of his dancing and his presence, right? So I think that was a really smart idea. Throughout the entire song too, it had this really relaxing style to it. I think it was really interesting how this went about everything. And I am interested to know, I know he did a lot of this on his own, if he also composed the song on his own as well, because there were lots of good little moments throughout that I found really intriguing, you know, as a musician myself. I think especially having some pauses and some moments of runs and things like that, which really led themselves to being interesting within the song. Because, you know, when you have a song kind of like this, it's a little more relaxed, that kind of thing, a little bit more, I would say like a mid-tempo kind of pop song, which leads itself more to being ballad-like, but there was lots of movement, like movement within it. I think that's really, really smart, especially in the chorus. That run going up, someone to tell the fairy tale we told. That going up, really nice run, really bright, really nice to listen to. Also, throughout the song, especially towards the second half, we heard a lot of harmonizing, we heard a lot of backing vocals and things like that, more increasing and decreasing of what was happening in the background. And I really liked in the bridge the pull away from the instrumentation. I think that was really smart, really was a beautiful part for this. There was only one part in here that I was like, I'm not 100% sure what this meant. And I think maybe, let me just go back and, there's my princess and princess. I wasn't sure 100% on that. So, but that could be an error in like, transcribing or something like that. So I would just be curious on that aspect. But overall, like, I really enjoyed the idea of this. I think for someone who's doing something completely on their own, like, you can definitely tell like the thought and effort that went into this. Some of the editing too, and was really, really interesting and intriguing to watch. Like the brightness of the colors and the coloring throughout. The fact that this was done on an iPhone, like, that's crazy. I mean, I know a lot of people who use iPhones for a lot of different things, or even like Samsung Galaxy, like that's what I'm using. So it's one of those things, like, it's just amazing when you like really think about it and put time and consideration into what you're doing, of how much you can come up with. And I just have to say that I feel like between like this song and his debut song, I feel like he did such a good job at listening to feedback and really taking that in consideration before going forward with this, and making sure it was really clean and really looked, for both of them, they looked really, very clean and well presented. So I can't wait. I hope that he continues and he grows with his music career, if that's something that he really wants to pursue. And I can't wait to see what happens next. So tell me what your guys' thoughts are down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part of the song or MV? For mine, like I said, that run was just so nice. It was nice hearing that going up. And I really also like, there was kind of an echo part in verse 2 as well that I thought was really intriguing to listen to. So I really loved the difference in the vocals for this particular one. So tell me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Say you want me, and I ain't alive, and I'm just